Okay, we're back here. My alarm went off and so it cut off the video, but this is the second part of the video. We just put tape all around the edges of our cardstock and chipboard, and we're ready to wrap the book. So this video will be in two parts. So let's first take off the tape backing across the bottom part, the bottom paper and chipboard. And what you do, actually, before you do that, actually try to bend these sides so it just gets used to, the paper knows where to fold. Okay, and now we're going to wrap this bottom edge, and I'm going to start in the middle and basically take my hand and roll up like that, and then we'll do that all the way across. All the way across this edge, starting on the table, going up over your chipboard. Okay, and I'm gonna just press this out. That I don't like. I'm gonna take some undo and just fix that real quick. That doesn't usually happen. So make sure when you fold it, we'll do that. So I'm just gonna fix this little bubble, and that's okay. If it happens to me, it might happen to you, so it's worth checking out. If you don't have this undo, it's a miracle, and I pretty much use it at least once a project. It just kind of happens. Something sticks before you want it to, or you want to change something. So here we go. We're going to start at the bottom and just roll that. It doesn't fully stick until this undo dries, which takes a minute, but it's pretty much down there, and I can press it down. There we go. All right, so then we will do the top part, and so that doesn't happen again, I'm going to take this book again and just press it down some more. Okay, and let's take off the backing, chipboard, and the cardstock. Okay, let's start in the middle again. Roll that up like that. Okay, we'll go across this side. Why did it do that to me again? Might be the angle that I was, I think. So, no big deal. It's easy to fix. Whenever there's something that you think has gone wrong, it can always be fixed. This is paper, so you can do lots with it. I've had way worse and still was able to fix it. So, not to get frustrated. There we go. Okay, now in these folds, I just want to take my bone folder and just gently, I don't want to tear the paper, but gently press it down right in the middle here, because you want this area to fold also. It'll go like this, you know, eventually. So we do that. And now the sides. Okay, so this is the part, there's a little extra step, not bad, but let's take off our tape backing. Okay, so with my bone folder, This is, you think of it like this is a present, and normally at the ends you fold in the sides and then fold up, and that's what we're doing really. So if I just were to fold this over, there'd be a piece in this corner that would sort of stick out. So I want to tuck that in. So I'm going to take my bone folder and take this paper at the corner there, our little 1/8 inch space, and tuck it in. Just like that. Don't know if you can see, but if you picture it like the present in your mind, you fold that in a little bit. And then when you fold this over, and this is not as long a space, so it doesn't get as many wrinkles. It's easier to fold over. So by tucking it in, we made a nice little edge there. There's nothing sticking out right here. Okay, well, let's do the other side. Before I take off my backing, I'm gonna fold this piece of paper in. Try to bring that real close so you can see. I don't know if you can see, but basically I folded it in right there. Press that down a little bit because that's where we used our undo. And I'm going to press this in. Okay. That used to folding a little. And then I'll take off the backing. And then I'm slowly going to fold it over and look and see that the corners stay nice and squared off. There's no paper sticking out. And then fold them over. Okay. And any little wrinkles you won't see. This is going to be covered up. Okay. You can always take your bone folder and go across the edge like that. Make it nice and squared off. We did this in the middle here. And now, voila, we are ready for the bookbinding tape. Now this bookbinding tape, I'm going to put basically in these creases, these folds right here. And this is where the book is going to be bending all the time. So it gives, this cloth material gives that support and your paper won't crack. So let's find the edge here. And what I want to do, I don't want to start at the top because I don't want to see this at the top. I've got to bring it down about 1 inch. We're going to have a 1/2 inch showing at the top and bottom. So I want to put it below that mark and in the middle of the spine and the front cover. So right around there. And then I'm going to make sure I've got it pretty straight, and I'm going to just slowly bring it all the way to the bottom. Turn it over. Keep going. And I can use this crease line right here as a guide where we did our score line there. And then bring it back around and down. Just cover that a little bit and cut that off. There. Okay. And I'm going to press this in like that. Gorgeous. All right, so let's do the other side. Go down about, yeah, I'm going to be, my fold line in my space there is in the middle. Got this coming down about 1 inch, 3/4 to 1 inch, and I'll slowly bring it down. See it's straight. Fold that over. And here's my line I can use to follow. This also is very forgiving if you misplace it. It's not ultra sticky, so. But that looks straight with this line. Bring it back over and cut. So these two lines don't have to be butting up. I brought it down a little further. It will all be covered up. Like I said, there's just a 1/2 inch showing at the top and bottom. So none of this little cut line is gonna show. And that is it. Okay? Now the next thing you need to do, which you have to do on your own because I do not have a license to teach the hidden hinge system. A lot of you know how to make it already, but I'm going to help you out. You go to www.paperphenomenon.com and there's tutorials on how to do it. There's also, it's out there. If any of you have ever taken a class before, you may know how to do it. But what I like to do is leave 1/2 inch at the top and bottom. So if this is an 8-inch book, the piece that you cut to make your hinge is going to be 7 inches and 7 by 12. And then you're going to make score lines, and a lot of tutorials out there have the score lines 1/2 inch apart, and I like them to be 3/4 inches. So in my book, and there are 3/4 inch space between each, and the hinge that sticks up is 3/4 of the way in, so it lets this page really stay down. You use score tape and art glitter glue, which is right here. So this, once you put your page on here, it won't go anywhere. So I like it to be 3/4 inches, and basically there's 2 inches on either side so that you can tape it down. And in the next video, you'll see me, I'll have my hinge put in here, and you'll have your hinge, and we'll make the pocket pages and start on page 1. So cut your piece 7 inches this way. That's basically it, and hope to see you very soon in the next video. We'll start on page 1.